Welcome to class, kids. Let's talk about what I read in July. Literally, after that dramatic entrance, my phone storage was like, girl, we're full. I can't make this shit up. Anyway, welcome to my July reading wrap-up. I know what month it is. August wrap-up is coming very, very soon. It'll probably look exactly like this one. I just didn't want to put them in one video because then I felt like it would just be too long for a wrap-up. You don't want to watch that, right? If you're going to watch a long video, there better be scoops and stuff involved, right? I know. So let's chat about July. So like I said, the end of summer definitely caught up with me. It was a little bit chaotic. So, but I did still manage to read 18 books in July. I read 2,640 pages, which is a little bit low, but again, it's summer. I did read for 51 hours and 4 minutes though, so still pretty impressive. So much time. That's literally a whole week of my full-time job and then some. So like, slut. Get it, girl. Of those 18 books, I had 4 books that I borrowed from the library. Pretty good library month for me. 3 books I owned on my Kindle, and the other 11 were from Kindle Unlimited. I didn't have any ARCs this month, but the most impressive stat, if we can call it that, is I had 7 DNFs in the month of July. I don't know if it was just like my mood in July or like the books just weren't hitting right for me for July, but your girl was on a DNF parade. It was crazy. But let's talk about first my 3-star reads for July. In the month of June, we talked a little bit about the beginning of, what was like the Alibi collection from Amazon. And I had started that. I did finish that collection as well. I'll put all of them probably on the screen because I only had 3 more that I didn't talk about last month, but I had The Skydivers, Good Neighbors, and Small Things. I gave all of those 3 stars. The Small Things one was kind of, I would say, the most entertaining, I guess. I mean, she killed her husband, so like, slay, literally. But they were fine. These, and then there's a couple other ones. The Alibis collection is one of those like Amazon things that Amazon does where they release like a collection with different authors, and they are free to read in Kindle Unlimited. They're usually novellas and they usually include free audio. There is another one that is coming this month in September, which I am so excited for. It has authors like Allie Hazelwood, Ruby Dixon is in it, Christina Lauren, JT Gessinger. So lots of good ones in there. I don't remember what it's called. Scared Sexy. Yes, very much please. Those come out on September 23rd. So depending on when you're watching this, definitely add those to your TBR. I really enjoy the little like novella collections that Amazon does. Again, they're short, they're sweet. They usually have free audio included in Kindle Unlimited. So they are a great way to boost your Goodreads goal a little bit if you need it. But anyway, so those, I finished out the Alibis collection. Also working to, speaking of Goodreads goals, I was trying to get caught up on my Goodreads goal with some novellas. And so I did read a couple other weird things, but the next one is Courted by Darkness. I gave it 3 stars. Do I remember anything that happened? Not really. Did I write a review? Great question. Let's go see. Because honestly, when they're short like that, they are usually not going to stick in my head very much. I mean, full-length novels don't usually stick in my head very much because... Anyway, Courted by Darkness. I think this wasn't the one where, like, he lived under her bed, was it? Because I think that was a different one. Oh, well, I did say it was one of the better written monster smut short stories that I've ever read. So that's impressive. We love to see it. 3 stars. Way to go. This is also by Adrian Blue, and I feel like Adrian Blue is known for doing monster smut very well. So Great. I also read The Sacrificial Chamber. For these, I think I'm just going to read my reviews because they're so funny. Sacrificial Chamber. Also Adrian Blue. But here's my review. She's a virgin, but can take a forearm She's a virgin, but can take a forearm-sized alien boner. No problem. I think this was one where, like, every so often, like, a woman, like, a human woman was, like, sacrificed to, like, the alien king or whatever it was. So, yeah, that's great. Last quirky little novella that I read was Airpeen. This one's by Holly Wilde. And this one was basically about I do actually kind of remember this one, which is great. This one was about this woman flying on sentient air, in which all of the, like, airplane seats, like, are sentient and they, like, come alive. They also, like, vibrate and, like, do other stuff. My review. I'll read this one. I have it as a spoiler on Goodreads, so I apologize if I'm going to spoil this 39-page airplane smut for you, but this is my review. Well, I didn't have, spoiler alert, airplane chair triple penetration on my bingo card, but here we are. Yes. Whoa. Anyway, so the last 3-star read that I had, amidst all of those lovely pieces of literature, we had Expiration Dates by Rebecca Searle. I have been wanting to read Rebecca Searle since I read Ghosted by Sarah Reddy with the magical realism, and, like, I was super into Ghosted. I absolutely love that book, and so I read Expiration Dates. I gave it 3 stars. It was a really interesting concept. Like, every time this girl started dating someone, she would get, like, this piece of paper that would tell her how long she would be with this person. And then she started dating somebody and she got the piece of paper that just had his name but didn't have any type of timeline. And it became this interesting idea of, like, if you knew that this person was your forever, would you stay with them even if you weren't happy? Like, if you knew that the relationship was coming to an end, would you, like, put in your all? So, like, if she dated this is not a plot because I don't remember. I don't remember any of the specifics. But, like, if you got a slip of paper that told you were only going to date this person for a month, would you actually, like, put in the work to make it, like, the best month you possibly could? Probably not. You would probably be like, man, it's only gonna last a month, like, we can half-ass it, this is fine. So it brought up some really interesting concepts of, like, what determines, like, how much effort you put into your relationships. Like, if you know that this is the one, like, your person, because the world told you that it was, what if you didn't feel that? Like, and that's something this character struggles with, is, like, this person is supposed to be her one, but then she finds all these things wrong with him, and she's just like, but he's my one. So, like, I just have to, like, put up with it. Like, it was very interesting. It had a good little twist in it. I did give it 3 stars because it is pretty short, and I felt like there was a little bit more that I needed. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I started losing interest towards the middle, almost DNF'd, but then we got some twists and I was reignited. So those were my 3-star reads. Let's talk about my 4-star reads, and I had 3 of them for the month of July. The first one was Loving the Liar. This one is like a dark, forgotten, or like secret society, college type of thing. I really liked this world. I struggle with, like, the secret societies when they deal with, like, younger generations, because then they're, like, 22 and they're like, I rule this town. And you probably heard me say that a million times and you're probably so sick of it. But this one did it in a very good way, because the like, dads are, because it is very male dominated, 100%. Like, the dads are still involved, and, like, the older generation, like, teachers and things like that, are still involved. So the younger generation is more so pushing to, like, change how this secret society kind of works. I guess it's not really a secret society. It's like a club, whatever. You get what I mean. But I really like this. It was like second chance. I did really enjoy their tension. I thought it was very well done. 4 stars. Definitely going to continue the series. Speaking of continuing series, I also read A Little Jaded by Kelsey Ray. This is book 3 in the Little Things series. This is not on Kindle Unlimited. I love this generation series even more than I've loved the first generation. So this is like the kids of the Don't Let Me series, and I read like 2 books in the Don't Let Me series, and then I started the Little Things series, and then I had to like go back and like finish that series, and now I finished that series. I'm working through like the kids series, and in this one the tension was so good. She's like running on the run from her ex, and they are like fake dating to kind of like spook him and like scare him off. The tension was so good. The male main character is definitely like a caregiver in a lot of ways. He constantly wants to like protect the people around him, so it was a really good fit for the 2 of them for sure. And I really enjoyed this one. I don't know what it says about me. But I love a good like running from an abusive ex. Like, it can be so good, and this one was definitely good. I gave it 4 stars. And my last 4-star read for the month of July was Not Another Love Song. Not Another Love Song, yeah. In this one, by Julie Soto. In this one, we're following 2 musicians. She plays the violin, he plays the cello, and they are I guess they're like enemies. They're not really like enemies. It's more like a dislike type of situation. And the cello scene. You've probably heard of the cello scene if you've ever heard of this book, and it delivered. It definitely delivered. The way that the author portrayed like these characters' love of music was so well done. I just absolutely adored it. Really good. 4 stars. I wanted a little bit more from their relationship. I loved Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. I gave that 5 stars, 100%. So good. This one was a little bit lacking for me, in that it wasn't as good as Forget Me Not, so that's why I got 4 stars. All right, and now we do have 1 5-star, so we are going to get to the 5-star, but before we do the 5-star, we need to talk about all of my DNFs, and there's a lot of them, so buckle up. The first one I'll talk about is Accidental Porn Star by Cindy Tanner. The plot of this one sounded so good. The blurb was very well done. I will give her that. She definitely had me wanting to read this one, but the writing was not good. The punctuation was wonky. The sentence structure was wonky. It made it very disjointed to read. And I only made it 15% in before I was like, I cannot. I cannot. So sadly that one was a DNF. My next DNF was Play Along With Me by Kate Olivia. This one I DNF'd at 19%. The slow burn was too slow. I made it 20% in, and the characters had literally talked twice. 2 times. Like, the slowest of slow burns. Like, we hadn't even gotten to like a burn. Like, at all. Like, nothing was even on fire. And so it was just too slow for me, and I just did not want to pick it up, and so I DNF'd it. My next DNF was What If I Never Get Over You by Paige Toon. Oh crap, my mother-in-law's home. This one I made it to 14%. Pacing was very slow. I did not feel connected to the characters. The characters are like traveling and they meet. Definitely gave me insta love, and then it was like reading a travel guide. Like, they were just constantly talking about all the things they were looking at, and I was like so bored. The next DNF I had was If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I don't really know how to say that. I made 48% into this one. Is she coming in here? I'm trying to get through this before she comes in because it's super awkward. I made it 48% into this one. This one was on my 25 books to read in 2025. I really just didn't care about the characters at all. I wasn't sure if it was like the writing style or the ages of the characters, but I just did not care. I did not care. I looked up spoilers, and I still didn't care. So, yeah, that's that. Okay, sorry. We're back. My mother-in-law just came home, and so I had to chat with her really quick. Anyway, my last, no, not my last. No, we have 3 more DNFs, y'all. We're like halfway through DNFs. My next DNF was Havoc by Emma Mountford. I DNF'd this one at 14%. I'll just read the review because I've been so quirky with reviews. I have my Goodreads link below if you ever are curious, where I post like my full reviews. So you can definitely follow over there, but I've been funny lately, okay? Man sees woman. Finds out woman is married to his stepbrother, ? Man beats hands on chest and kisses woman to piss off his brother. And that's only the first 14%. So there you go. That's that. Another sad, actually the next 2 I'm kind of like sad about DNFing. The next one I DNF'd was Addicted to You by Kristen Becker Ritchie. I DNF'd this one at 58%, which is wild. I really wanted to like obsess over this because I love the drama, guys. I love the drama. It's so my jam. But I just did not care about these characters at all. I just did not care. And I don't know if it was the writing style or what, but I didn't care enough. I made it to 58% and then I DNF'd it, which is sad, but I just didn't care. Just didn't care. And then lastly, Regretting You by Colleen Hooper. I DNF'd at 49%. We'll just read the review for this one. Clara is the most annoying character from Coho that I have ever read. She's constantly low-key stalking the boy she has a crush on who has a girlfriend. Girl, take a hint. I couldn't even power through it, which is sad, but life's too short. Life's too short. And lastly, we have my 1 5-star of July, Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood. This one's really interesting too because their communication was really, really good. She like doesn't like penetration, and they start like a friends with benefits type of scenario, and he's really trying to like help her through that, I guess, sort of. I'll read my review. I will read my review. The communication between these characters was top tier, and I was constantly swooning over their interactions. I appreciated the representation of different sexual tendencies with these characters not being all like, let's bone 24/7. But I will say this is an erotic book warning at the beginning was probably not needed. I didn't feel this book was overtly sex-driven or constantly explicit, so do with that what you will. I do think that there was a lot of exploration of sexual like interactions in this, like I said, she doesn't like penetrative sex and things like that, so like there was a lot of discussion around sex, but I didn't feel like it was overtly like slam her against the wall and blah blah blah. So meh. I am excited to read Problematic Summer Romance, which is the second book in this. They're like companion novels, I guess. It's not like a series, but it's the next book follows the sister of the male main character from this book, so they're like connected but like not interwoven. You get it. You get it, right? Anyway, that concludes all the books that I read in July. It was a wild month. It was wild. And if you thought this month was wild, wait till you hear about August. Make sure you're subscribed so that you see my August wrap up and also all of the series that I'm making progress in. We have my Can I Get Your Number episode 2 coming very soon. Self-Destructing Scoop episode 6 coming very soon. My 5-star author backlist series, which I am absolutely obsessed with, episode 2, 3, I don't even know which episode we're on, but I'm loving that one so much. That will be coming very, very soon. So lots of exciting things coming. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.